Hello, robotic students. I have a really cool website to show you guys today. For your assignment this week, I want you guys to explore the VEX Code VR, which is a brand new website that VEX has released. So very similar to what you guys were doing with Robot Studio or Robot Mesh Studio, but this one is it's the modern version of VEX Code that VEX students were already starting to use, and it's just a lot more smooth, and it doesn't have as many step-by-step tutorials as the Robot Mesh Studio had, but I think the tutorials on here are really well done, and everything runs really smoothly. You don't have as much lag time as you're waiting to do different activities, and you don't have quite as many things that you have to work through. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. I really hope that you enjoy this. So let me show you where to get started. First off, you're just going to go to the website. It's VR. Let me get rid of that, vr.vex.com, and of course I'll have this posted on Canvas, so you can just click to it on Canvas, or you can just type in the address. It's really easy. You do not have to create an account for this. It is just straight web-based, and when you're ready to save a project, let me even just do a bunch of things really quickly. I'll just throw some things on here. Doesn't even matter. This is a program that doesn't even make any sense, but just to show you, as soon as you have a program that you want to go ahead and save, sorry about that, he's looking out the window. Virgil, you're being disruptive. Apologize. Okay, let me move on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so all you have to do is click on File, and then click to save to your device. And so down here you can see that it's just downloading, and then if you go into your Finder, if you click on your downloads, you will see your VEX Code project here. Once it's downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and change the name of this. That is one thing that it doesn't automatically do for you, is create a name. I guess you can create the name here. But yeah, oh, that's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, right here. Click that. Practice. Don't put an exclamation point in there. That's probably, yeah, and then if I go to File, Save to your device, then that actually is what, yeah. Okay, so we learned a little something there. I'm not going to re-record this because it's fine. Anywho, now that you've got a practice one, there you go. For tutorials, if you click here, there are 3 different tutorials that it will show you how to use this. They're short little video clips, and you guys can watch those, and you can work along here. You can click shrink to make that smaller or expand it as you'd like. And it'll show you naming and saving your project, which is probably exactly what I just screwed up right here. And then the last one is the using the playground window, which is my favorite part. So if you open that, click here, and it'll load the playground for you. And when you watch that tutorial, you'll learn about these different canvases that you can use. There's mazes and the art canvas, which is neat. In one of my other videos, I'm going to show you how to draw initials with the art canvas, so I won't mess with that right now. But the wall maze is a really cool one. And we can also expand this window so that it takes up a little more space. We can scooch it over. We can scooch it up here, wherever we want to scooch it. And then we can also change the view. So right now, what we're looking at is the chase view of the robot. That's this last one down here. And we can do an overhead view instead. So if you click on this spot, now we can see overhead what my robot is doing. And then there's also this. This shows you data about the robot as it's moving around. So one thing, the front eye of your robot, that can see no color right now. So there's no color that's close enough to it to see. But it's got a downward eye, and right now it sees green. So you can, so this square that it's sitting on is actually able to see a color. And then it has location in X and Y. So you can think of this like an actual XY coordinate plane. So we're at a negative 875 millimeters and a positive 128 millimeters. So if we thought of like the origin as being right here in the middle, we're negative and positive. So we're like in that fourth quadrant on an XY plane. And so that's how it's going to navigate and wander around. Would you shush? Sorry. Okay. So first off, I want you to go to that website, watch the 3 tutorial videos, and then I'd like you to try at least one of the activities using the VR playground. So where you're going to find that is if you click on this folder. This will show you some different options for different challenges, and I did record a video for draw your initials so that you can see how to do that. Drawing on the map is pretty easy. That's a lot of fun. Here's robot vacuum. So for my Roomba team, you guys can try out this tutorial. That's pretty silly and pretty fun. There's the disc color maze, and so you're looking for different colors in there. This one's going to be a pretty big challenge, but most of the drawing ones, like these grid spiral, initial, secret message, those are going to be a little easier for you. Dance party's not too tricky either. Crossing off numbers, that's not too bad. That requires you to put the marker down and draw and then pick your marker back up. Distance drive is a pretty simple one. You can pick any of these that you want to do, and then your goal is to record a video of yourself. That can be using just QuickTime on your computer, so you can do a screencast like what I'm doing right now. Or you can use your cell phone to take a video. You can use Flipgrid to turn that in. You can email it to me. Either way is fine. What I want you to show me in your video is please show and explain the parts of your code. And then I'm going to ask that you show your code actually running in the VR playground. So let me show you guys my example. So I did an example project, and so I'm going to show you what that looks like. Let me do load from your device, and so that is going to be this project here. Okay, so you can see I've got a little project going. So we have the when started block. Of course, that's always a default block that you need to have in your code. Then we're going to have move the robot pen down, and that I found under the looks section. So that takes my little robot pen and just moves it down so that it is touching the surface. I set my pen color to green. There's different options, so I picked green because I love green. And then I set my robot's velocity to 100% because I want it to move quickly, otherwise it's just sitting there. And or not sitting there, but it just takes forever to get through. Then I pulled in a forever loop, that's from here, and that is going to keep my robot doing this forever and ever and ever. It's just never going to stop until I actually hit the stop button. And then I have it set to drive forward. It's going to drive forward until my robot comes within a distance of less than 50 millimeters to some wall. Okay? And so we have a distance sensor on the front of the robot, and it's going to wait until the distance to the wall of my surface is less than 50. And then my robot is going to reverse for 50 millimeters to back up a little bit away from the wall and allow it to turn. And so then this is going to turn right for either a 90-degree turn or a 180-degree turn or anywhere in between. So it picks random. And so those dark blue pieces, I got those from the drivetrain section. And then this wait until, I got that from the operator section, and got a greater than. Actually, I picked a less than and put that in there. And then had to pick sensing. And so we're looking at the distance sensor. And so I picked until distance in millimeters is less than 50. And then finally, we had them turn, and this is a fun little operator, pick a random number. So I put the pick a random number in there and changed it from 1 to 10. I did 90 to 80 degrees. Okay. And then the last one, stop driving. That one actually is unnecessary, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And if I two-finger click on it or right-click on it, I can delete that block. And now that's good to go. So now I am going to try opening the playground. And I don't want to do this in the wall maze. I'm going to go ahead and just do this on the art canvas. Do that on the art canvas. Does the art canvas have walls on it? Yeah, it does. Okay, good. So now I can go ahead and play, and we can see my little marker going around. You can see that when it does get too close to the wall, it got towards the wall there, but it kind of slid down the wall because the front sensor wasn't actually looking at it, so it got pushed. There we go. But when it does get within 50 millimeters of the wall, it backs up. There it is, backs up, rotates at random. And then I can also do the overhead view so that we can see it moving around. Good. And so the activity that I'm satisfying here is, let's see, it's kind of like the robot vacuum a little bit, where it's kind of going randomly around. But you could also apply what we're doing here to draw a house, or to maximize perimeter, or draw your initials or secret message. So you could try some of those different ones and just see. Oh no, we're stuck. I wonder what happened. There we go. So, yep, there's the three tutorials. And then you open up the playground. That's where you get to the activities, this folder here. That'll open as a new tab, and you can find all those different activities. The activities do not really give you step-by-step instructions. They give you some background information and then let you try out the challenge. It also, like this one says, it's got 3 levels, so you can try doing 3 different levels of the challenge. But they don't have really the step-by-step ones. That's really just in the tutorials. They do have example files, though, that you can open up. So if you want to just try exploring with something like this. Oh, never saved my project. Oh, save. I didn't ever remember to change the name of it though, did I? Should probably do that. Okay, but yeah, what I'm looking for is a video of you showing me a code and explain the parts of the code like I had done with these pieces here, and then show me that code running using that playground. And that is the assignment that is due for this week. This is a 20-point assignment. Okay, and I will see you guys at the end of, well, sort of. Feel free to come in to my office hours on either Tuesday or Wednesday this week. I'm going to be there from 11 to noon. So it's the same Zoom link that we used last week for class. Please feel free to come in and visit me during that time, or ask questions if you need some help using VEX Code. All right, thanks guys. Bye.